Good morning, YouTube. We're sitting here drinking this little cup of coffee. We've been looking through the Grit magazine. Got some wonderful articles in there about gardening and pruning the fruit trees and all kinds of things. But this video is a knife challenge from Donna at Dream Creation and Adventures. It's a 3-knife challenge, I believe, and it's the smallest knife, the oldest knife that I have, and the least used knife that I have. But before we start, you seen this the other day. This is the Honey Dipper butter knife. But real quick, I get up every morning and check the videos out, people that I'm subscribed to or subscribe to me. And I seen a most interesting video this morning. It had a little piece in the video about a butter bell. And I mean, it was just old school. I was excited as you could get. I haven't seen one for a long, long time. And Potpouri has a video, and she'll show you what a butter bell is. And again, I haven't seen one for a long, long time. It's an old school thing. And I'm sure she could answer any questions that you have about the butter bell. And it was most interesting to see it. I've not seen one on a homestead or survival video I've never seen one before, not on YouTube, not in the community that we're in, and bushcrafting or whatever. But it's the most interesting item, and I'm not going to spoil it for her or for you. If you would go check out Potpouri, you would see she has the butter bell, and it's pretty neat thing. But real quick, and we love the magazine too, like that magazine. But this would be the smallest knife that I have. This is just a miniature Bowie knife that we made about a year ago. And what this knife is a lady would hang it around her neck, or man, and while she's sewing, she could cut the thread. Pretty neat. And I make them every once in a while there, but that would be the smallest one, little for thread cutting. And real quick, the oldest knife that I have is this pocket knife. This pocket knife is a German eyeball, and it's a 2-blade. This pocket knife was made, I believe, about 1936. This knife was made in Germany. If you want to identify a German eyeball, it'll have an eyeball right in here. It is probably one of the best knives that was ever made. Some of the best steel in the world is in this knife right here. And Lord, this thing will sharpen up. But I got this knife from my father. And there's a little story about this knife that I had it checked out that during World War II that Germany stopped making them, and perhaps they got into making the war machinery. I'm sure they did. But I think the last one was made around 1930s. It's the only thing I know about this knife. But it's one of the best knives that you can get. A German eyeball. If you ever see one, I would pick it up. And this would be the most, I've showed this knife before. This would be I don't use this knife, but very little. I've had this knife ever since I was a little kid. I don't know a whole lot about this knife. I believe it is a military knife. I've had this knife for a long, long time. I guess since I was about 10 years old. So I probably had it for, I don't know how many years, but I've had it for a long, long time. And this is not the original case. I made this case for it. It never had a case. When I got it, it was gave to me by a neighbor or something. And it was so long ago I can vaguely remember. But I've just had it for a long, long time, and I plan on keeping it for a while. I don't know a whole lot about this knife, what kind it is, or whether it's military or not. I really don't know, but I played with it when I was a kid. But that would be the three knives there, the smallest and the oldest and the youngest. I'll go show you once more before I leave here. That would be the smallest one. And again, that's you. When a woman's sewing, you cut the thread with it. That's what I made it for. And it hangs around her neck. And here again, this would be the oldest one, the German eyeball. And then again, this one here. So let me say thanks for watching. God bless to you. I hope you're having a good morning. I hope you have a really good day today. Real quick, I'm 63 years old, and as far as I know, I have never seen it snow this late in April in Ohio. I can't remember if it ever snowed this late in Ohio, but we got snow off and on all day yesterday. It was unbelievable. And we can't plant the sweet potatoes or anything else as long as it's cold. It's down in the 30s. It was up in almost in the 80s last week. But this is the strangest weather that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not that old, but I don't recall. And my wife and I talked about it the other day. We can't remember that it ever snowed this late in April before. But I hope you have a good day. Thanks for coming by the channel. As always, we do hope you subscribe. I want you to hit that like button if you would, and subscribe to the channel. And always come back. We're going to learn a little something. And if you would, I'd like for you to check out the, it's hard for me to say, but it's Potpouri, I believe. And she's got the butter bell. And you'll learn a little something. I was just tickled to death when I seen that. I haven't seen one in a long, long time. And that's what I'm looking for. Old school. That's an old school thing. And I got all excited about it. So again, you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.